Good day everybody and welcome to another episode of Secret World Legends. In the last episode we helped a little town called King's Mouth. Then we moved on to helping Norma. After helping Norma, she gave us a nice clue about what brought on the fog. So are we ready to unravel the secret of this fog? Are we ready to find evidence on Lady Margaret? Great, let's get started. At the end of the last episode I said it, when I clicked here, I looked at it and I said, it doesn't look like there's anything written here by Lady Margaret, but as it turned out, Tier 3 was hiding from me. So I'm going to read it out now. The Lady Margaret was a local fishing boat that had been lost at sea. When it returned to Kingsmouth, everyone in town breathed a sigh of relief at their friend's return. But then the fog came. Norma Creed's husband had been on board of the Lady Margaret, and she believes it all started there, out at sea, and that the fog came with the sailors. But she never had the chance to ask her husband what had happened out there. So we are going to be investigating the Lady Margaret. You've noticed some open boxes of ammunition left behind on Lady Margaret. Deputy Andy and the sheriff's station could certainly use more rounds. Lucky to be writing this, can't believe what happened, shouldn't believe it. That's what Doc Bannerman would say. Shrink's going to be earning his say when we get home. If we get home, Larry and his boy Derek are clamped up. Joe's real fevered, and this thing, still shining like a flashlight. I look over my shoulder and I swear I still see that fog. See, I found that you can actually teleport to places where these orange circles are over the map. So you just press the M button and you've got your map.
Namaste. Back in my old life, I always wondered what was around the corner I didn't take, down the road I didn't go. That's how I ended up here, up to my elbows in machine grease rigging bombs. Relax, my friend, I got plenty of experience blowing shit up. I got a handle on death and the instruments thereof, and no desire to see the infinite darkness claim any of us quite yet. These mechanical servants of the Reaper will stay still and silent till I'm good and ready to push that button. Traveling the big country's taught me everything from bull riding to bonsai, enough to cause a man to lose his appetite for destruction. But circumstances require us to yield to the greater good, even when that greater good isn't all that pretty. Road here said I'd be pitching in with soft-shell lobster season. Instead, I found nightmare country. Maybe the very rotten heartland of it. But I'm philosophizing. Life is sacred. Every moment is precious. Which brings us right back around to blowing up dead guys. I've got no shortage of time or ideas. What I'm lacking is the nuts and bolts of it. I could fill a shopping cart down Main Street. But getting out there and back, that's what's kicking my ass, my friend. I'll be seeing you later, friend.
Those kittens, jeez.
Shopping list. And for ingredients. Cold packs, can probably get them at the fire station. Enough cold packs means plenty of aluminium nitrate. Did I read that right? Diesel, can probably get some from the wrecked trailer near the lobster trap. Napalms, frozen orange juice concentrate. Hell, it was on Fight Club. Got to be worth a shot to make my own napalm. Can probably concentrate the orange juice myself. Should be some in the cafe on Arcan Avenue. Kitty litter. that bed and breakfast was crawling with cats when I went past there. Tyler, Deirdre's special mix had better work. Gasoline. I can just get some gasoline from the cars in the barricade. Malaysian propane tanks and glass bottles. I'm not reading the whole thing.
Sayonara.
Visual tracking initiated.
I noticed you. Hey, Deputy Andy here. Hope I'm not bothering you. Your boss managed to contact Sheriff Bannerman, and she thought it would be a good idea for her team to have your contact info. I've noticed you too late when you stopped by earlier. You were already running down towards the docks. I was confused on my duty. I'm glad you came back. When you get the opportunity, could you swing by and say hello? I'd like to share some observations with you. Gone skating, Danny. I noticed pinned to the door it reads, I lost my husband of only a week to the fog. He followed the calls and walked into the sea like so many others. Why was I spared? I don't know. But living without him now that I just found him is punishing worse than death. I will go after him to the pier to save him or join him. The author of the note seems to have has been mysteriously protected from the fog. Investigate how.
Local bounty detected. Initiating. Local bounty detected. Initiating.
Namaste.
captain's log mentioned that several of the crew went mad after they had found a strange item out at sea, that Dr. Bannerman would need to talk to them when and if they were to return. Ask Dr. Bannerman about the Lady Margaret.
Well, hey!
The Lady Margaret was a traumatic experience for everyone on board. They were changed men when they came back. I visited with all of them in the days following their return. In my office, there are detailed transcripts of our sessions. I'm afraid it all happened so fast that day there was no time to pack. I hope they may shed some light on what happened out there.
Dr. Bannerman confirmed that he talked to some of the sailors after they returned with Lady Margaret, but he left all his notes and files at the office when the fog came. So locate Dr. Bannerman's clinic.
Now you are a sight for sore eyes.
Robert, I had a wonderful time last night. Looking forward to seeing you again. Hope you enjoy the CD. It's the only by Vivaldi that Flags had in stock. Helen. Reason for referral: deviant behavior including voyeurism and graffiti. Method: Helen thought that this assessment would be the best way to stop Mr. Rosen from pressing charges. It was pretty funny, the YouTube clip or Rosen in his underwear watering roses. Diagnosis: Danny is fine, healthy young man. His sense of humor make him some enemies. Yeah. Referral: They came to me after the Lady Margaret limped back into the harbour. All of them needed help, so I arranged separate interviews. Diagnosis: it is too early to tell, but something clearly happened on that ship. Let's go for Derek Creed. Derek suffers from severe headaches and a keen sense of paranoia. The similarities with Joe Slater and Lawrence Creed are alarming. It seems the symptoms developed at an uneven rates. But I fear everyone on the boat might be affected with this, whatever it is. Lawrence Creed. Second consultation with Lawrence today. The headaches are getting worse, to the point where he can no longer function normally. The paranoia has not abated, he has developed a new symptom, night terrors. I prescribed antidepressants, but if his development is anything like Joe's, I fear he will only get worse. Joe Slater. I saw Joe again today. This was the 4th consultation, and I'm at last. He was barely coherent. His left leg twitched, and he obsessively scratched his right arm. Paranoia has developed into severe delusions. Consulted with Hartman in New York, who suggested the symptoms are most likely signs of schizophrenia, which echo my earlier diagnosis, with others from the boat representing similar symptoms, however, and the patient's lack of response to medication. I fear this might be something environmental, something eating away at the brain. Prescribed clozapine, but am not optimistic. Dr. Bannerman's files contain details about the sailors he treated. It's clear from the notes that something happened to them out at sea that continued to affect them after they returned, both physically and mentally. Derek and Lawrence Creed were registered on their business address of 5 Main Street, and Joe Slater at his home address at 20 Arkman Avenue. Okay, we're gonna go find them. Okay, as you can see, I can only carry on with this mission if I'm level 12, but at the moment I'm level 10. So at the moment I'm level 10, and so we're gonna go and we're gonna find some small missions to do in the meantime. In my own time I will be playing the side quests so that doesn't get into our way. So when I get to level 12, then we'll do some quests for the church. According to Henry Hawthorne, the Kingsmouth Congregational Church is protected by ancient Illuminati wards. Investigate the wards and try to figure out how they work. Test the potency of the wards protecting the church. Draw zombies into the church and observe the results.
Blessed are the meek, but doubly blessed are those who do the Lord's work boldly. It is through His grace that we find sanctuary in His house, when His house is besieged by zombies. Not to belittle the Lord's work, but perhaps the illuminated ones made this place a safe place through some conjuration of theirs. Blessed by the Lord, of course, or at the very least tolerated. Whatever the providence of our sanctuary, it extends no further than the doorstep. Even the cemetery spills over with the devil's spawn. I've tried prayer, I've tried my 44, but Satan's wearing Kevlar, and Bible thumping just pisses them off.
Okay, so I'll be ending the video here. I know it's a short video. Hopefully in the next video we'll be able to continue with the main mission. I should be leveled up by then, because I will be playing these side quests on my own, because I'm actually more focused on the main quests with my audience. Yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you do like it, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and also hit the post notification bell so you can get updates when my new videos have come up. So enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers.